See everybody back there?
Hello, gonna make this fast. I know I'm going live, but it's not about talking. I'm just gonna show you guys real quick here with the car. 2013 F150. Customer complaint was that the cooling fans come on high. Start the vehicle up. Now, interestingly enough, turn on the heat, and immediately, even though we've turned on the heat and this engine's not fully warmed up yet, what we'll get is that the cooling fans themselves will come on and stay on high. How you doing, Zach? Justin? Hey, Keith. So, cooling fans get stuck on high. Yeah, fun with Fords again. But one thing that they forgot to look at here, they were sitting there, they were looking at their coolant temp, they were looking at ambient air temp. The one thing that they forgot to look at was what's most important, which is even with the key on engine off, even at idle, we're looking at 295 psi on the AC pressure sensor. I'm doing very well, thank you. So this is going to be one of their issues right here. Again, this thing is not even fully warmed up yet. There's your coolant temp gauge. Our coolant temp down here right now is about 140. So, you know, absolutely no reason at all why we have 296 psi out there. So, and I'm bringing you guys in after the quick diagnosis here, but I just figured, I don't know, maybe somebody can use this down the line. So, got a graphing meter hooked up out here. This is tied right now into our sensor voltage. No, not the ECU, go away. 2.8 volts. Alright, 2.8 volts is equivalent apparently to 295 psi on the inside. So, I needed to change that a little bit. So what I did was grab my old resistor box over here, set it to about 500 ohms, tied that directly down here into the top of the AC pressure sensor, and if I clip this little ground back on here, I'm now going to change that voltage to about 1.5. At 1.5, in here we're going to read about 135 psi. That resistor box is older than me. I'll get you the name in a second and the number on there. I actually put up a link. If you look at, if you're out there on Facebook, I have it up on my Facebook also. The other resistor box that I use, I just honestly, I had that one up top and I didn't want to move past that. Yeah, generic data, absolutely, versus calculated. Thank you, Keith. We were just about to get there too. Keith Perkins, by the way, is also making videos. If you guys haven't seen him, go check him out. He's awesome. Definitely right up there with the best. And so the 135 psi on here. Yeah, I'll get you some information, Gaston. Maybe I'll actually do something about some of the tooling that I'm using, because I seem to get that question a lot. So AC pressure sensor down to 135. We're gonna have no cooling fan operation out there on high. Nothing's out there not whirring away like it was before. Now the interesting thing about this car, and I don't know the reason for it just yet, and I have to figure out the logic, and maybe you guys can ponder it a little bit, I'll leave it with you, is that when this car was reading 295 psi and you start this car up, even though it's ice cold, the AC compressor would come on immediately. Now that's where I have an issue with this idea. Why would it want to turn on the AC clutch if it's already reading 295 psi? I can completely understand the fans coming on, but I'm not getting why they're turning the clutch on. As of right now, no clutch operation outside. But why would they want to turn on the clutch and increase the pressure? Or they're just trying to get it to circulate more through the system to see if the numbers will drop down. But that clutch will stay on for the entire time, up until you actually drop it down below the 295. Once I got it back down to the 134, the AC clutch turns off. And it cycles normally now. If I sit there and I go out there and I hit the button, it'll cycle normally. To a certain extent, I remember I'm actually changing what the PSI is. I'm adding that resistor in there so it doesn't really read. Right, high pressure, the AC clutch should have disengaged, is what we would normally see. But found that one really interesting. I'm going to probably play around with that a little bit more after I'm done with this video, just to see if I could figure out some logic to it. Maybe toy around with the numbers a little bit, to, bring them up a little bit higher, a little bit lower, see what that changeover point is, and then try to figure out why they would do that. But anyhow, that's just a quick thing there. If you have the cooling fans on, stuck on high, it's not always just coolant temp. Make sure you take a quick look up there at your AC pressure sensor, and We have different reasons why these things are run. Ford has pretty good logic. They did all right, but I just don't understand that AC clutch. All right, so very quick. I'm just gonna leave this up there. You guys, Gaston, I will get back to you. I'll try to get you some information on the tooling. Oh, I did tell you I would tell you what number that one is. Let me run around here real quick. So, my little ancient tool here that I actually probably have had now for about 20 years. YA7707 instrument gauge tester, Blue Point. Man, my other one has the actual name of the company that makes this, but I don't remember what it was, and I don't think it says it in there. No, it does not. Oop, I'm sorry. Yeah, it doesn't say it in there. So, but any which way, YA7707. That thing is probably just as old as I am. And that's the end of the video, guys. Have a great day. Talk to everybody soon. Hope you're all staying warm out there and dry. And have a great one.